Hi there, this is Code Rovers Alpha 2. We're going to have a quick look at the first couple of challenges and see how the programming interface works. We'll skip the tutorial and just go straight to building a new robot. Now all we have to do for this tutorial is just move our robot straight ahead and through this nice blue checkpoint over here. We need to give him a few parts first. We're going to give him two engines, which we can't interface with directly, but he cannot move without them. We're going to give our robot a name, Mr. Roboto, and let's press test. So 3, 2, 1, go. Now he's got motors, he's got wheels, he's ready to go, but we haven't programmed him yet. So let's have a quick look at that. So here's where we build the things. Whoops. And here is where we go to program him. Right now he has no instructions whatsoever. So we're going to give him a simple code. This block here is called onStart. Everything in this block will be run one time when we first start up. So we're going to give him the command to move 1. That will set him to move forward as fast as possible, with 0 meaning stop, -1 being full reverse, because we just want to go forward. So let's set that to move 1 and test. 3, 2, 1, go. He's going to go forward full speed until bang, there we are. So challenge number 2 is a little bit trickier. We've got to go forward through the first one and then back through another one. We could go back and forth, but we're going to go forward and back first. So build our robot. If we go new robot, we'll get a new one. We're going to give him 2 engines again. And this time I'm going to give him this range finder. Now this one is like a little laser. It just looks ahead and gives us a distance. So what we do is we have our code here. We're going to tell him to move forward again at the start. Now the loop block will keep running through everything again and again and again and again and again. But the first thing I want to do is just show how we're going to connect to this rangefinder. So we've got these ones here with link 0, link 1. So we're going to tell it to pick this part, and we're going to pick this guy. So we've picked the rangefinder, and there's 3 different figures we can work with: the angle, the distance, and the mode. So the angle, you can see we can set that to 40. Put that into our onStart, and we can see when we test, it's looking straight ahead, and then bam, it's looking 45 degrees. If we set it to 180 degrees, try again, press test, 3, 2, 1, should look straight back at us. There we go. So we're going to set ours to go straight ahead though at 0. So we don't actually need this at all. Now this one here, you can see it doesn't have any connections on it. This returns a number. So once again, we're going to choose that part, and we just want to get the distance. Now we'll put it straight into this little print line command. The print line command takes whatever is in here and puts it down into our little debug box here. So if I press test, you can see, whoops, test, and 3, 2, 1, and we're just going to get that hello, 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 because that's what we wrote in our message. So we're going to put in here the distance, press test, and so it should give us the distance that this one can see. You can see it's getting smaller, 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 smaller. So what we want to do is once we cross that, we want to go backwards again. So let's just try one more time, and we want to see what the number is here once we hit here. So it's going to be about 10. So what we're going to do now, take away that, and we're going to do a little check. If our distance here is less than 10, so it's going to go 12, 11, 10. Once it gets less than 10, it's going to execute whatever is in here. And we just put in a little move, and we set it to go in the opposite direction, -1. Let's try that out. And there we go. As soon as it got close enough, it's put him in reverse. And there we go. Challenge number 3, we've got to go around, all the way around. So you can see we start here. Now this one's a little bit trickier, but works with the same idea. Now I could have been saving these robots and reusing them, but I just was too lazy to press the save button. So let's just go straight in. So I'm going to go test. Don't know why I did that. Whoops. Back to our challenge. Challenge number 3, sorry. Press the wrong button there, press the menu. Let's make a new robot. Oh, bugger. That's an interesting one. He's not getting destroyed. Well, I better fix that one. Let's just ignore him for now though. So let's put in 2 engines. Put in our rangefinder. I'm going to put a bit to the side this time. What I want to do, I'm telling it to go forward and just watch this wall. And you can see the wall's going to curve as well. So as the wall gets closer, I'm going to tell him to turn. So first thing we want to do is just find out how far away is that wall to start off with. So once again, now it's kept our old code, but it's lost all the links because I've moved my things around. So let's just reconnect these. So this time I'm going to change that rangefinder to give us let's go 45-degree angle. And first of all, I just want to find out what the distance to the wall is. So let's get that value. From there, we don't want the angle, we want the distance. So let's try that. So this should turn to 45 degrees, and it's about 5 meters away. And you can see as we get closer, it's getting very close. So all we need to do now, just like we did before, if our distance becomes less than, let's say, 4, then we're not going to go backwards. We're going to turn to the left. So let's try that. So once the distance from here to here is less than 4, we should turn to the left. And there we go. You may notice a small problem though, and that's that it keeps going around and around and around indefinitely. So there's a few things we can do. The easiest way is just to put a turn 0 at the start. Now the way the code works is it's going to read this one, sorry, it's going to execute this one, and then if it has to execute this one and whatever it is by the end, that's what it's going to do. That's for the move and turn commands anyway. A bit more readable way would be to switch this if for an if else. So if this is true, we're going to turn left, and if it's not true, we're going to set turn to 0. And let's see how we go. That's the way. Isn't that nice? So there's a few other ways we could have done this. We could have put him on a timer, and I'm sure you guys can come up with some better ways as well. But that seems to be the most simple way. Alright, there we go, 29.6 seconds. I'm sure you guys can beat that. Alright, well that's how you finish challenge 1, 2, and 3 in Code Rovers. I hope